Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the last video, we have covered information policy settings, and in information policy setting, when we were setting up retention, there was one option transfer to another location. And I remember that I said that I will cover this portion in the later videos. So today we are going to cover this particular option, which is transfer to another location. And in other words, we call it send to connection. Okay, so send to connection is basically a part of content organizer. So in this video we will cover content organizer as well. Okay, so let's go to the PowerPoint slides and let's look into a bit of uh, theoretical knowledge. Okay, so first of all, we'll look into the content organizer. We'll see what it is, what is a content organizer, how we can set it up. So content organizer is basically a feature in SharePoint Online which helps you to automate the content organizing. It means that it will allow you to move or copy document from one place to another place. Okay, so this is sort of a workflow. However, I also want to clarify this that most of the companies are using Power Automate instead of Content Organizer because Power Automate is a more advanced technology and it offers you more variety of features. Okay, now let's get back to the topic once again. So when you enable Content Organizer on the site collection, it actually also create a drop-off library, or you can just simply say that a library gets created by the name of drop-off library, in which you can set up rules that whenever a person uploads or create any document in drop-off library, it should be moved to some other location. Okay, and it will be moved based upon the content types or any rule which you want to set up. So we'll also see how we can set up rules and everything. Okay, this is a setting up slide. So I will paste the link of this slide into the description of this video. You can go through and download this PPT as well. Okay, now the second thing is send to connection. So send to connection is also a classic feature in SharePoint Online, which basically helps you to sending documents from one place to another manually. Okay, but this send to connection also relies on content organizer. So it means that the source and the destination location should have content organizer enabled. Only then it will work. Otherwise, it will not work. Okay, so this send to connection was used to moving the document fast because content organizer rules works on crawlers. So it works on incremental crawls and the full crawl. So whenever the full crawl runs, only then the content organizer settings and rule will implement. It will take time. Like I said, it will take time to implement of the changes because it works on crawlers. That is why send to connection was developed. Because if any person wants to send documents quickly, they can just use send to connection and send the documents to different libraries. Okay. So this was all about the theoretical thing. Now let's look into things practical. So for this, I'll just quickly go to a SharePoint site. This is a demo site, and I will be enabling the content organizer feature on this particular site. So now you can notice that on the left hand side or into site content, you do not see any library called drop off library because the content organizer rule is not enabled yet. Okay, so I'll just go to site settings. Okay, site information, and then I'll go to site settings. Then let's navigate to manage site feature, and then let's look for content organizer feature. So this is the content organizer feature, third one. I'll just simply click on activate. So it will be activated in a short while. Okay. And it says the site scope feature being activated has a dependency on a hidden site collection feature, this one. And if like I am getting this particular error, in case if you also get this error, so do not panic, do not need to worry about because This is a classic feature and it also needs some classic dependencies to be enabled. So it has a dependency of standard feature, which is this one, standard type feature. When you activate this, so after activating this feature, if you try to enable content organizer, then it should be enabled, right? Let's click on activate once again. And in case if you still face errors, like I am getting the error of activating it, so don't need to worry about. There is one more dependency feature which needs to be activated, okay? Like this one, which we just activated, standard feature. Sorry, it is not activated because it also has a dependency. Let's navigate to for standard feature. It should be here. Okay, this one. Let's activate this. So remember, guys, if you face any issue while enabling content organizer, don't need to worry. There are and set collection features. So let's go back and let's try if we can enable the content organizer. And if we get the same error, then we'll enable the feature once again on this same portion. Okay. So you see the content organizer is enabled now because we have enabled the enterprise feature for this site collection through site collection features. Okay. And also you can see on the left hand side, we have a drop off library. Okay. And if I go back into site settings, there will be two new settings gets added, which is this one, content organizers and how we can use them. Okay. Require user to organizer when submitting new content to libraries with one or more rules pointing to them. So I mean they can it will actually redirect users from their library to drop off library. Suppose if I am coming to this document library, if I'm a user, I'm coming to this document library, I should be navigated automatically to this drop off library. Okay. However, like I said, it is a classic feature. It mostly used to work, but now I'm seeing that it is not working right now. So the redirection is not working as of now. Okay. Apply rule to specify another type target location. You can specify that what target location you want. Like you want to move the content to a different set collection, then you can define the set collection here, and the content will be moved to that particular set collection. Okay. Now, suppose that your target is that after after filling up 200 2500 files, you should there should be a new folder created. Okay. So this will help you that when 2500 file limit is reached, so there will be a new folder created with the person one name into it, and all the files will then start moving to that particular folder. Okay. You can use SharePoint versioning, or you can use this append unique character feature. It means that if the file has multiple versions, so instead of saving it into versions, it will save as like file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4. So it will save like that. Okay. And save original audit log. So if you select this, the auditing for this particular activity will be enabled and will be available in the audit log settings. Okay, these are very simple rules. You can just read it out. It will send you notifications and everything, and how in how much days you need the notification. It's just 3 days. You can set it up as per your need. You want early, you can set up 2 or 1 as per your need. Okay, and hit all right, hit okay, and let's look into the rules again. Okay, when I refreshed that page, so that temporary error gone and everything got saved. So you can temporary error, it's gone now. Now let's look into the content organizer rules. So let's open this. Okay, and what I want that whenever a new item is created, it should be moved to some other location. So I just simply click on add new item. I will link it one highest, and it will be a send to connection. Yeah, you can give it any name you like, but I'm giving it send to connection, and it should be on like document content type. Okay, a basic page, right? And everything is fine. And what I want that it should be moved to a different library. I'll just simply click on browse. Okay. I can select the library where I want the document to be moved or copied, or otherwise you can just simply copy or paste the URL and things are fine. Okay. So I want that it should be moved to style library. I can just select it and hit OK, and everything will be fine. Okay, but it should be a document library. Right now, I'm just selecting style library because I do not have any other library here. Otherwise, you need a library like a different document library. It should be a document library. Then you will be able to select it. Okay, so I'll just simply hit OK. Once I'm done, right? So the rule is set for me, and this rule is for the drop-off library. Okay, so whenever uh, I am into drop-off library, the document will be moved to this style library. Okay, but if I come up here, I want that instant connection should be there. Okay, that is sent to connection. So we have covered this content organizer, that how this works, and now we'll look into the send to connection, that how it works. Okay, so please remember guys that whenever you are setting up send to connection, so the content organizer should be activated on that particular site. So in order to set up send to connection, you need to come up into more features, and then you will need to click on record management. All right. So when you click on record management, this page will open up wherein it will ask you to set up the connection. So I will show you one quick thing. I'm just going to create a new connection. So like I said, the content organizer rule or content organizer feature should be enabled on the destination site. So let me show you quickly what happens when you try to use a site collection which does not have the, the content organizer enabled. So I just simply come up here and I'll just copy the URL, this one. I'll just copy it, copy link address. I'll come up here and I'll just select this send to. And also remember guys, this VTI bin official and this ASMX, okay, this should be added next to the URL. Only then it will work. I'll simply click on click here to test, and it will show me that whether the test is successful or not. All right, next. Okay, you can see that verification failed and your URL is not a valid routing destination. So if I put the URL which has content organizer enabled, the verification will be successful. So I'll just select this one. Let me show you. I'll select this one, any site. Okay. I'll open this link address. I copy. I go back to the connections once again. Come up here. Okay. Let's delete this. The sunny side is here. I will copy this. Okay. And I will paste it here. Now, if I try this, so this should work now. I'll simply click here to test. It is now verifying if the URL is legitimate or not, or if the content organizer is enabled or not. You can see that verification is successful. All right. I'll simply hit OK. I will just give it a name like send to connection, right? Connection URLs and everything. I'll just simply click on add connection. So again, that I have selected the site Honey, right? But I did not mention that where exactly in Honey site the document should be moved. So by default, whenever you click on send to, the document will go to the drop-off library. So let me show you quickly. I'll simply come up here under documents, okay? And let's navigate to the classic UI for this particular document library. Okay, this is a classic UI. I simply click on new and create a Word document because this send to connection is only available in the classic UI. And let me reiterate once again, there are modern ways available like Power Automate. You can use Power Automate and can achieve the same things which we are doing here, right? I'll just refresh it. Okay, sorry. I'll refresh it once so that we would be able to see the document here. Now the document is showing up here. I'll select this. I'll click on File and I will select on this send to. So you can see that there are two connections showing up, send to test connection and send to connection. So I will just click on send to connection, right? So this document will be moved to a different location, which is this one, Honey. Okay. And in this, the document will start to show up in the drop-off library. I'll just simply go to the drop-off library for this site because I have the uh, content organizer enabled on this site as well. So let's look for drop-off library and let's go to site content. If I'm able to see drop-off library here. Okay. Now let's see here. Open this. Okay. You can see that it should be here. Right. Let me refresh it. Let me come back here. It says the file has been sent to, and this is the final location, redirect URL, and it says the document is being sent. Okay, but it says 3 hours ago. It did not say that if if the file which we just have, okay, which we just moved, is showing up here or not. Okay, let me do it once again. I have figured out the issue. Actually, the thing is, on this Honey site library, I had set up a rule in this drop-off library, okay, wherein if anything comes into the drop-off library for this particular site, it should be moved to this particular media library. Okay, let me show you where I had set it up. I'll just quickly go to the site settings. Okay, sorry, this wrong one. I'll just quickly go to the site settings and let me show you site informations. So what was happening here is that since the drop-off library in this particular site was configured to move document to this media library, hence the when we were sending the document to Honey site, it was moving actually to the media library. So you can see that the target path is media library. Okay. And when I click on send to connection, so it is actually navigating to the drop-off library for Honey site. And since the drop-off library is configured to move document from drop-off library to media library, so document is directly going to media library. So let me show you this in practical. Okay. Let's go back. Test demo. Sorry, it was Teams demo. I'll just come up with this site, go to table in classic only. So this is the document which we just created. I'll just click on files, select this file, click on send to connection to, right? And in here, you can see in the URL, it says Honey site layout and this document redirection page, okay? And it says hint URL is media live, okay? Then the space and then this document name, okay? But media lab is the library of the site. Okay, I'll just go back to the Honey site and I'll open this media library. Okay, Let's look for media library, and here it is. Okay. And if I come up here, you can see that this is the document which was moved. And in here, we are still seeing the document because which I said that the document should be moved, but there should be a link. Okay. So this here, which we are seeing here, okay, this is a link. And if you open it, you will be uh, see the document is downloaded instead of taking you the link of the actual uh, location. Okay, so this is one of a drawback in using this send to connection, this classic send to connection. Most of the things are deprecated, but like I said, it is mostly used in companies which still has on-premises environment, and if they're using online environment, they are using in a hybrid way. Okay, and mostly laws companies or government companies are using it because they have some dependency or on-premises because they want to keep their data secure. They want their data to be managed by themselves, right? And in modern scenarios, you can always go for Power Automates, can do a lot of stuff to Power Automate, all right? And if in case you have any doubts, so leave your doubts in the comment box. So that is it for today's video. And we have seen that how we can enable a content organizer on the site level, how we can create rules for it, and how we can perform the content organizer settings and everything. And we have also seen how to set up send to connection and how we can use send to connection in classic libraries or in a classic site. Okay. So see you in the next video. Till then, happy learning. Goodbye. And if you like the content, please like the video, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. So till then, happy learning. Goodbye.